Have we really come to a time in history that we would suggest robbing refugees of the few possessions that they have left on them? So imagine that you were fleeing a war-torn country. You're going to take a few bits of jewelry, maybe you've got your phone, maybe you've got just a handful of cash, and you flee, and they take that away from you. If you look back historically, when people were fleeing persecution, women would have to sew their jewelry into their clothes. It happened in Nazi Germany. It happened with Idi Amin when he threw the Asians out. It's happened so many times in history. It happened during slavery. The fact that they have a brown woman spearheading this, a child of immigrants, when her family were able to come to the UK, were they stripped of their resources? No, they used their resources to start a new life. We know that as South Asian people, many of us, when we came to the UK, brought our gold with us. That gold was sold so people could make investments in homes or shops or businesses. That's why we were able to establish ourselves in the UK, because we were able to bring our resources with us. And you want to strip refugees of the few tiny little things they may have. Because it was different for us, Shabana. We could come on a plane or a boat. These people, they're not coming on a boat. They're coming on a dinghy with literally what they can hold in their hands. And you would strip them of the last morsels of dignity that they have, the last morsels of independence, knowing that your grandparents had better opportunities. It doesn't matter how we came. The fact is, we are here. The fact is, they need to be here. And quite often, we have to look at the fact that we are to blame for what's happening around the world. We are always involved. We create refugees. We create wars. That is what our country does. And then when those refugees come here, we want to rob them. Does that not remind you of what happened in the 1940s? Does that not... You know it does. Every single one of you knows it does. And it's not going to go through. There is no way that this is going to be allowed to happen. But Shabana Mahmood, you have truly, truly revealed yourself. And to anyone who is supporting this, I said it, you're a racist.